Ah, tonight we rise from the ashes of their expectations. They think they know us. They think they've figured us out. But tonight we show them that they couldn't be further from the truth. We are not what they expected. We are not what they wanted. We are something far more dangerous than that. You see, we've been underestimated, we've been overlooked, and that's exactly how we like it. We are the shadows in their peripheral vision, the whispers in the dark that they can't quite place. And now tonight, we step out into the light with a twist that will blow their minds. The world doesn't know what's coming. They've built their entire understanding of us on a set of assumptions, and now it's time to shatter those assumptions. People have their rules, they have their boundaries, they have their comfort zones, and we've played by those rules for too long. We've danced in the background. We've hidden our true potential behind a mask of mediocrity. But no more. Tonight we unveil ourselves in all our glory, not the version they expect, but something far greater. The world is about to be ripped from its foundations, and they won't even see it coming. For too long, we've been held back by the chains of convention. We've been told to play nice, to stay within the lines, to color in the boundaries that others have set for us. But what if those boundaries were a lie? What if we've been following a script that was never ours to begin with? The truth is, we've always known that the world was never going to give us what we wanted if we kept playing by their rules. The world rewards those who play the game by their own terms, not those who sit quietly at the table waiting for scraps. So here we are, ready to break the mold, ready to hit them with a twist they didn't see coming. They think they've seen all we have to offer. They think they've figured us out, but we're about to flip the script. The twist is that we're not going to follow their rules anymore. We're not going to walk the path they laid out for us. We're going to carve our own way into the world, and it will be a path no one can follow. Because that's what greatness is made of. The courage to break away from the ordinary and venture into the unknown. When you realize that the only way to achieve greatness is by rejecting the norms you've been given, you unlock the true power that lies within you. It's in those moments when you stand tall and refuse to conform that you begin to understand your own potential. You start to realize that the only thing holding you back all these years has been your own fear of the unknown. But tonight that fear is gone. Tonight you embrace the chaos that comes with the unknown, because you know that within it lies the power to create something extraordinary. The people who have doubted you, the ones who laughed behind your back, the ones who called you crazy for dreaming too big, they're going to witness something they could never have imagined. They thought they had you figured out, but you were always more than they could see. They believed they could keep you in a box, but the truth is, you were never meant to fit into their small world. You were born to break out, to expand, and to show them a side of you they never even knew existed. You were born for moments like these, the moments when the world's expectations crumble at your feet and you rise above it all. But let's not forget, this isn't going to be easy. The world doesn't just hand you greatness. It doesn't just give you what you want because you wish for it. You have to fight for it. You have to claw and scratch your way to the top. There will be setback. There will be people who try to hold you back, who will tell you that you're not good enough, that you can't do it, that you're dreaming too big. But remember this, the world is full of those who will tell you why you can't, but it's the ones who decide to ignore them and keep pushing forward who are the ones who change everything. You're about to be one of those people. You're about to be the one who defies the odds and shows the world just how wrong they were about you. Every moment you've been held back. Every moment you've been told no. Every moment you've been told you're not enough. It's all led to this. It's all led to the point where you're about to hit them with a twist that will make them question everything they thought they knew about you. You've been building this moment for so long, and now it's time to unleash it. The time for playing small is over. The time for hiding in the shadows is gone. Now it's your time to step into the light and show them what you're really made of. They will be shocked. They will be amazed. They will wonder how they ever thought they knew you at all. Because you're not who they thought you were. You're not who they expected you to be. You're something far greater, far more powerful and far more dangerous than they ever could have imagined. And when the dust settles, when the smoke clears, they'll be left wondering how they missed it all. They'll be left questioning how they could have been so blind to the greatness that was right in front of them. But by then it won't matter, because you'll have already moved on to the next phase of your journey, the next twist, the next shock, the next game-changing move. This is just the beginning. This is just the first step in a journey that will take you further than they ever thought possible. The world is about to witness something that will change the game forever. And the best part? They'll never see it coming. They'll never understand how you did it, how you broke free from their chains, how you shattered their expectations. Because you weren't playing their game, you were playing your own. So tonight we rise. Tonight we step into the unknown. Tonight we show them who we really are. And when we hit them with the twist that blows their minds, they won't know what hit them. But by then, it will be too late. We'll have already claimed our place at the top. So let them talk, let them doubt, let them wonder how we did it. Because the truth is simple. We didn't play by their rules. We made our own. And that's how you change the game. The truth is that the world has been stuck in this pattern for far too long. They've built their systems, their institutions, their ways of thinking and acting, and for too long, they've been running things as if they own the rules. But the truth is, they don't. Those rules they've set up are nothing more than shackles designed to keep the masses in line, to keep them comfortable, to keep them complacent. They want us to follow. They want us to keep our heads down and play by their broken script. But tonight, we show them the truth. The truth that the game isn't theirs to control. It's ours, and we'll play it however we choose. Look around you. Look at the world they've built. Look at the lies they've told you about success, about happiness, about power. Look at the way they've designed everything to fit neatly into boxes, to fit within a predictable framework. They've told you that if you follow the path they've laid out for you, you'll make it. They've told you that if you keep your head down and do as you're told, you'll reach your destination. But we both know that's a lie, because the world isn't about following rules. It's about creating your own path. It's about breaking free from the mold they've placed you in and tearing down everything they've built to keep you small. They've made you think that to succeed, you have to be like everyone else. You have to fit into their boxes, wear their clothes, speak their language, follow their trends. They've told you that if you don't play by their rules, you'll be left behind. And maybe that's true for some people. Maybe there are people out there who are comfortable following along with the crowd, who are content to play it safe, to live within the limits of what's expected of them. But you're not one of them. You never were. You've always felt the itch to break free, to do something different, to see beyond the horizon of what they've shown you. That's the twist. The twist is that you don't have to play their game to win. In fact, the moment you stop playing their game is the moment you realize you've been in control all along. You think you've been waiting for permission, but in reality, you've been waiting for the courage to take what's already yours. The power, the success, the respect it was, never outside of you. It was inside of you, all along, just waiting for the right moment to burst through. And now that moment is here. The world doesn't know what's about to hit them. They think they've seen it all. They think they know everything there is to know about success and greatness, but you're about to change the entire narrative. What you have to understand is that the world will never give you permission to be great. The world will never say to you, go ahead and take your place at the table. No, the world will tell you to wait your turn to follow the rules, to stay in your lane. And if you listen to them, you'll never get what you truly deserve. You have to take what's yours. You have to step into the arena with a fire in your belly and a storm in your heart. You have to make them see you. Make them recognize your worth. Make them realize that you are a force of nature that can't be stopped. And that's the hardest part. Not the work, not the struggle, not the setbacks. The hardest part is making them see you. The hardest part is pushing through the noise of their doubt, their criticisms, their expectations, and forcing them to acknowledge that you're here. But here's the thing. They can't stop you. They can't silence you. Because no matter how much they try to keep you down, no matter how much they try to tell you that you're not enough, you are. And once you believe that, once you truly understand that no one can take what's yours, then you realize that the world is yours to conquer. The only limit that exists is the one you set for yourself. And if you refuse to set limits, if you refuse to play small, then the entire world becomes your playground. But let's not sugarcoat this. The journey won't be easy. In fact, it will be brutal. There will be moments when you want to quit, when you feel like everything is against you, when you feel like you're fighting a battle that's too big for you. But in those moments, remember this. The greatest victories are always the hardest fought. The ones who achieve greatness are the ones who never give up when everything else tells them to quit. The ones who push through the pain, who rise above the fear, who keep moving forward, no matter what. They don't stop because the world tries to break them. They keep going because they know they were born for more. And when you start to walk this path, when you start to push back against the world's expectations, when you start to demand your place in the world, you'll see something incredible happen. People will start to notice. People who once overlooked you will begin to see the fire in your eyes. People who doubted your potential will start to wonder if they've been wrong all along. People who thought they could control you will begin to feel the weight of your presence and the power of your drive. And that's when the game truly changes. That's when you realize that the world doesn't own the rules. You do. The moment you stop asking for permission is the moment you take control of your destiny. You stop waiting for someone else to give you a seat at the table, and you build your own table. You stop waiting for others to tell you that you've made it, and you start measuring success on your own terms. You stop following the path they set for you and start blazing your own trail through the forest. And that's when you hit them with the twist. That's when you hit them with the reality that you are not who they thought you were. You are not who they expected you to be. You are so much more. And now they have no choice but to respect you. But understand this, respect is not given, it's earned. And you earn it by showing up every single day with everything you have. You earn it by refusing to back down when the world tells you that you can't. You earn it by standing tall in the face of adversity, by pushing through every obstacle, every challenge, every doubt that tries to stand in your way. You earn it by proving to them that you are not just another face in the crowd, that you are not just another person following the same tired path. You earn it by becoming someone they can't ignore, someone they can't dismiss. You earn it by being undeniable. And when that moment comes, when you've fought for your place, when you've proven your worth, when you've shown the world just how powerful you are, that's when you'll realize something profound. You'll realize that the game was never theirs to begin with. It was always yours. Because when you take control of your own destiny, when you break free from their rules and write your own story, that's when you realize that nothing and no one can hold you back. So here's the truth. The twist is not just about shocking them. It's not just about blowing their minds. It's about showing them that you are unstoppable, that you cannot be contained, that you were born to create, and to destroy, to build and to break. You are not someone who follows. You are someone who leads. You are not someone who conforms. You are someone who transforms. And when you hit them with that twist, when you show them who you really are, when you force them to reckon with the greatness you've always had inside of you, that's when you'll know that you've won. Because you won't just be changing the game, you'll be changing everything. And once you change everything, there's no going back. You will have left your mark on the world, and no one will ever forget it. So rise tonight. Show them what you're made of. Hit them with that twist that shakes their foundation, that leaves them in awe and wonder. And when they ask how you did it, you can simply smile and say, I stopped playing by their rules and started creating my own. That's the moment when everything changed for me, and it will change for you too. You see, the world doesn't want you to know the truth. It doesn't want you to know that you are not a slave to the system, that you're not bound by the constraints they've designed for you. They don't want you to understand that the power to create, to transform, to dominate, to rise above has always been inside you. They want you to keep your head down, follow the line, stay in your place. They want you to play the role they've set for you, but you've been cast in the wrong role. When you realize that their rules are just illusions, that their structure is built on shaky foundations, you break free. The moment you stop following their script and start writing your own, that's when the game truly begins. You stop asking for permission because you've realized that you don't need it. You stop waiting for validation because you've realized that the only validation you need is from within. This world is full of people who will try to tell you what you can and can't do. They'll tell you to wait your turn, to fall in line, to settle for what's offered. But I'm here to tell you that you don't have to settle for anything. The world will try to put you in a box, but it's time to tear that box apart. You are not meant to be confined by anyone else's limits, by anyone else's idea of success. When you begin creating your own rules, you become an unstoppable force. You will face opposition. You will face doubt. You will face failure. But in those moments, when the world tells you it's over, when they try to make you believe you're not enough, you will know one thing. You are just getting started. This world doesn't know what you're capable of, and they're terrified of what will happen when you unleash it. But that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to unleash it. You're going to break through the barriers they've set up and show them that their limitations don't apply to you. You're going to show them that you are a force of nature, not to be controlled, not to be contained. The key is understanding that you're not in a race with anyone else. The world will try to make you believe that you're in competition, that you need to keep up, that you need to follow the same path as everyone else. But what they don't understand is that your path is not theirs. You are creating something unique, something that no one else can replicate, something that has never been seen before. And that is your greatest strength. That's the twist. When you start playing by their rules, you realize that their rules were never your destiny to follow. You've been designed to stand out, to rise above, to carve a path no one else has walked. And here's the thing, your journey will be messy. It won't be perfect. There will be moments when you feel like you're failing. But remember this, failure is not a destination. It's part of the process. Every setback, every moment of doubt, every obstacle you encounter is just another opportunity for growth. They will try to tell you that failing is the end, that it's a sign that you weren't good enough. But let me tell you the truth. Failure is proof that you're doing something right. It's proof that you're pushing boundaries, that you're not staying safe, that you're not following the predictable path. If you're not failing, it means you're not trying hard enough, not dreaming big enough, not reaching for what's beyond your grasp. Every successful person you look up to, the ones who've made a real impact, who've changed the game, they didn't succeed because they followed the rules. They succeeded because they broke them. They took risks. They defied expectations. They carved out their own space in a world that told them they didn't belong. They became pioneers, visionaries, innovators, not because they followed the rules, but because they shattered them and rebuilt something entirely new. And you too have that same power within you. You have the power to change the game, to rewrite the rules, to create something that no one else can replicate. But you have to believe in that power. You have to trust in your ability to carve your own path. This isn't about waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect circumstances, or the perfect opportunity. It's about realizing that you don't need any of that. You are enough right now. You don't have to wait for the world to hand you success. You take it. You seize it. You go after it with everything you've got. The moment you understand that, you stop playing by their rules. You stop being bound by the fear of failure, the fear of rejection, the fear of judgment. You realize that those things are just distractions. They are the chains they've used to keep you small. But the moment you break those chains, you are free to create, free to build, free to achieve whatever you want. The world will try to tell you that there's a formula for success, a set of steps you have to follow to achieve greatness. They'll tell you that you have to do things in a certain order, that you have to play by the book if you want to make it. But the truth is, there's no formula. The only formula is the one you create. The only steps that matter are the ones you take. Your journey won't look like anyone else's. It's going to be messy, unpredictable, full of risks and challenges, but it's yours. And that's the beauty of it. Your success will not be a copy of anyone else's. It will be unique to you, a product of your own vision, your own struggles, your own triumphs. And as you step into that power, as you begin to take control of your own path, you will realize something incredible. Everything you need is already inside you. The world will try to tell you that you need something outside of yourself to succeed. Money, connections, opportunities. But the truth is, all of those things are secondary. What you need is the belief in yourself. What you need is the courage to push forward even when it feels impossible. What you need is the determination to keep going, to keep fighting, to keep creating, no matter what anyone else says. Because when you stop playing by their rules, you start to understand that you've always had the power to shape your own reality. And when you do that, when you step into your own power, the world will be forced to take notice. They will have no choice but to respect you, to acknowledge you, to see you for what you are, a force to be reckoned with. They will look at you in awe, wondering how you did it, how you managed to rise above it all, how you managed to shatter the rules they spent their entire lives trying to enforce. And you'll smile, knowing that the secret all along was simple. You stopped playing by their rules. You stopped asking for permission. You started creating your own path. And that's what changed everything. The truth is that the world will try to convince you that you can't. They'll try to tell you that you're not worthy, that you're not enough. But the moment you step into your own power, the moment you stop waiting for someone else to give you the go-ahead, that's when everything shifts. That's when the game is changed forever. You realize that you don't need anyone's permission to succeed. You don't need anyone's approval to take action. You are enough, exactly as you are, and the world is waiting for you to show up and claim your place. So, take that step. Trust yourself. Step into the power you've always had, but have been too afraid to embrace. Stop playing by their rules. Start creating your own. And watch as the world unfolds before you in ways you never thought possible. This is your time. This is your moment. And when you look back, you'll realize that the twist, the thing that blew their minds, was you all along. In the end, the game changes when you stop asking for permission and start creating your own path. The world's rules, their limitations, their expectations, they don't define you. You do. When you embrace your power, trust yourself, and dare to defy the norm, you unlock the potential to rise above it all. This is your moment to shape your reality, to shatter the constraints they've placed on you, and to show them what's possible when you rewrite the rules. You are the force that will leave them in awe, because in the end, it's not about playing their game, it's about changing it.